So, this may seem a little odd to you guys, but I have always felt like I was gonna die young. I didn't know how exactly. I thought maybe a car crash, those are pretty common, or maybe even a shark attack. I mean, I did grow up in California, it's very probable. But I didn't know how. I remember thinking of it often. How would I die? When would I die? The important thing is though, we'll never really know. That day will just come. So living in Brazil, hot, humid weather was expected. But January 13th, a Sunday, Santa Maria, a small town of 250,000 people, reached 115 degrees. I remember leaving the church with my companion with sweat beating down our foreheads, the sun bearing down on us noonday, and I just wanted to die. I remember we were fasting, my stomach was growling, and I said to my companion as we reached the first street corner, "Can we please break our fast?" She said, "Yeah, of course." So we broke our fast, and we thought about all the big juicy mangoes hanging in the trees on the way to Bishop's house, a 45-minute walk away. As we were walking, we looked and we couldn't find any mango trees, but we found an acerola tree, which is one of my favorites. So I ran to the tree, I reached up and grabbed a bunch of fruit and started scarfing them down. And my companion kindly reminded me that she was short, so she asked me to grab some for her. So I did, I grabbed some, and all of a sudden I let out a scream. And she was like, "Wait, what happened?" But she was really more interested in getting the fruit out of my hand. I was like, "I think I'm fine," but I felt a searing pain right here beneath my thumb. I thought it was maybe a bee sting, I wasn't really sure. But as we continued walking to Bishop's house, we were only about 5 minutes away. The pain began to spread and I could feel it going up my elbow and into my shoulder. And though it felt like there were searing flames raping at my arm, it felt cold to the touch. So I don't really remember getting to Bishop's house or even when I fainted on his porch, but I do remember a blurry image of him and his daughter rushing me to the bed. His wife started scrambling for a wet rag and for an onion, because apparently in Brazil they use onions to take out poison. I didn't know what had happened to me, but I remember hearing my companion frantically trying to explain what had happened, that some creature had bitten me, had stung me, and all of a sudden I had fainted. But then I screeched, and I finally came back to consciousness. "My arm is burning," I yelled. And Sister Hoffman knew exactly what had happened. "It's a tatarana," she said. Back then I didn't know what it was, but a tatarana is a poisonous caterpillar, indigenous to southern Brazil. Every year it kills 4,000 people in that region. Just brushing by its prickly bristles, poison enters into the human's bloodstream and it spreads into your respiratory system and to your heart, shutting down its proper functioning. And I could feel that happening to me. All of a sudden, my breathing shallowed, my heart started pounding faster, and I didn't know what to do. So Sister Hoffman said, "We have to get her to the hospital." They put me in the car. The bishop wanted to stop by the tree and look for the caterpillar just to make sure that's what it was, but I was screaming at him that we had to go, that I was dying. And finally we got to the hospital. Well, at the hospital, in Brazil, really all they ever do to you is give you a shot and tell you you're good. And I had to wait there for a half an hour. As I was waiting, I remember Sister Hoffman looking down at my thumb and resisting the urge to vomit as she saw the veins and the nerves and the muscles twitching involuntarily. The nurse came over and she gave me a shot, actually my first IV. I didn't even know what they were. And I slowly started drifting into unconsciousness. I remember as I was starting to sleep thinking, "This is the day I die. This is the day I die." I came to about half an hour later, my companion holding my hand on the cold metal guardrail at the bed. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "I thought you weren't going to make it." "I didn't either," I said. Fortunately, I did. But the truth of the matter is that only Heavenly Father knows when we're going to go. Only He knows our time. And it's not about worrying how or when it's going to happen, but understanding that we have to enjoy every moment until it does.